Hello all. Now I'm going to provide a summary of the end-to-end demo which I showed starting from order management all the way to tracking the events in OTM and sending the status back to order management. So this is just a summary lecture. Okay. So the customer places an order with the shipper asking him or her to deliver the shipment to their end customer. Shipper takes the order and based on the contract which they have with the carrier and based on the rate the carrier has given the shipper plans the shipment, sends the tender to the carrier, and the carrier accepts the tender. Then once the carrier picks up the shipment from the warehouse, they send the status back to the end customer, the customer who placed the order, the shipper, giving the status that I picked up the shipment. And once they deliver the shipment to the customer's end customer, they provide the status back to the customer and the customer acknowledges it. So this is the functional overall flow. So let me take you to provide a summary of how this happens in order management and OTM. Okay. In order management, you create the sales order, and in order orchestration, you send the order to plan the shipment in OTM. And the planner in OTM reviews the order from order management, and based on using OTM, they plan the shipment to see whether it's a full truckload or less than truckload, what will be the weight, what will be the volume, what will be the estimated cost to fulfill the shipment. And then based on the contract which they have with the carriers, they publish the tenders to the carriers. And once the carrier accepts the rate and the dates, they accept the tender, then the carrier will come and pick up the shipment in using WMS cloud when you book a dock appointment for the carrier. And once the carrier picks up the shipment, he or she sends the status back to the end customer that the shipment is picked up. This will be the estimated delivery date, estimated arrival date, arrival time. And throughout the way, they provide the tracking of the shipment events from OTM all the way to order management using track and trace. Once the shipment is completed, the status is sent to the end customer that it has been delivered. Then the carrier will send the invoice to the shipper. The shipper will send the invoice to the customer as well. When the invoice is paid, the order is sent. The order is closed in order management. Okay. So this is the orchestration steps which I showed in detail in the demo. This is the state where order management cloud using order orchestration will publish the order to OTM and expects OTM to give the planned shipment date, planned arrival date, and all of that. And once that data is passed, system reserves the order. And this is the step when the shipment request is sent to OTM so that asking OTM to execute the shipment. And once the shipment is executed in OTM and completed, the status is sent back to OM. That's when the next step, which is the invoice. Okay. So in OTM, you go to operational planning and select planners workbench. Then you select your layout, which is the planning layout. And in the planning layout, these are the unplanned orders, which you can see right in the screen. And then this is the shipment ID, order release ID, and it shows whether the shipment is completed or not. Then as a planner in OTM, the planner is going to create a shipment, plan the shipment, which is where the shipment is already created. Another name for shipment is delivery, which we call it in EBS. So in the cloud world, we call it a shipment. So bulk plan buy, when you click bulk plan buy from the planner's workbench, you can plan the ship, you can create the tender and all of that. So to do all of that, I have a separate layout called execution. I open that layout and select my saved search. So in OTM, you have multiple ways of creating the layout based on your preferences. You select the layout, you can create a saved search, which you use very often. And based on your layout and saved search, the system displays the data. Then I use my saved search as create new shipments. And in the I go to shipment management, secure resources by planner. This is when I'm going to um, send the tender. And once I send the tender, as you can see for this particular shipment, the tender has not been accepted, which is shown in this blue color icon. And on the right side, I can see what will be the start time, estimated finish time or delivered time, weight of the shipment, volume of the shipment, the actual cost, estimated cost, and all of that. Then once I click each shipment can have multiple stops, right? So in EPS, we call it a strip stop. In OTM, you can also call it a strip stops. So you can see the trip stops right here, and you can also have a map view. And here, this will be the actual route for the shipment from Kansas City to Miami. So this is what I was explained in the demo, and this is the actual route the truck is going to take to complete the shipment. All you need to do is click this check mark. It will show this route in the map. I can see my order release ID, how many trip stops I have right here. And I can also see whether if there's any delay in the shipment based on the tracking events from the carrier. As a planner, I can log into OTM, I can see that. Now, as you can see, I have accepted the carrier has accepted the tender. The shipment is delayed. So this is where you see whether shipment is delivered, delayed, planned, all of that. And the last one is the financial part, which is whether the invoice is created, whether it has been paid. So in here, I can see that the shipment is delayed. And once I click here, it will show the related orders that I can see why the order is delayed and when will be the estimated arrival time right here. If I scroll through it, I can see when the pickup has happened, when is the delivery supposed to be done. If there is any change in my estimated arrival time, the system will update it here. This message can be passed back to order management, and it can update the estimated arrival date so that you can update the sales order to have a near accurate estimated arrival date for the sales order itself. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to view the shipment. And then this is where you will see the actual status of the shipments or tracking of the shipment events reported by the carrier. And I can see the shipment tender has been accepted by the carrier and it has arrived at the pickup location to pick up the shipment from the warehouse. Now the shipment has been completed and what day and time it has been completed. And I can see the exact trip stops, planned arrival time, estimated arrival time of each of those stops right here. And these events will be can be configured to send back to order manager. Okay. It can be sent as an alert through email, or it can be sent even as a text message if you can configure the system. And here you can see the history of all the events which happened. Okay. Now I can see that the shipment has been completed. The invoice has been paid. Right. So this is the landing page where you can, once a shipment is created, you can look at which carrier, what mode, how many trip stops, the tenders accepted, shipment is done, payment is done, all in one screen or the plan. Okay. This is a summary of the end-to-end demo and hope it helped. Thanks for watching.